All right, welcome everyone. This is Rohit here, and the innings is going to start. Conquerors won the toss, chose to bowl. It's a windy day over here. Um, it was very difficult to play, but we'll see how this match goes.
Nitin, the captain, with the first ball. That's a full ball. The batsman looks like he's missed it. The keeper as well. And they take a couple of runs. Have to wait for the umpire's signal. Looks like it's leg byes.
Yeah, we could clearly see, right, like the wind is playing a big factor. Initially, bowlers with the new ball, they'll have some issues with controlling the swing, but that's a challenge again. As a bowler, you have to face that.
There's a misfield there, but there's no. It's not costly. But score is now 2 runs. The first 2 runs were leg byes. The players are still adapting to the wind. That was a Yorker, but a good shot. Misfield at mid-on. Ball didn't reach the boundary, and the batsmen take a couple of runs.
That was a good shot. Ball coming onto the pads. Um, the batsman moving, making room for himself to flick it over mid on, and got 2 runs.
Full toss on the pads. Looks like it's missing leg. The team doesn't go for the DRS. That's a great shot. That's 6. That's all the way over mid on.
The batsman just using the pace of the ball, a little bit help from the wind in the slot, gets to free his arms, and that's over the boundary rope for a 6. The batsman's really looking good, in a good shape. Um,
Bowler under pressure here. Looks like they have pushed both mid off and mid on back to long off and long on. Let's see how the bowler responds. Back off length, punch to point, no run, and I think that's the over. Good start for the batting team. 10 for no loss.
it's Shravan who's come to bowl the second over. A medium pace bowler, really good bowler. Can swing the ball both ways, and we'll see how how the bowling starts. There's a wind factor as well to keep in mind, but it'll be fun to watch the fight between the batsman Mohit Saini and Shravan Kumar, the bowler.
Mohit Saini facing his first ball of the innings. That's a full toss. No run, straight to mid off.
So Anand, how did you feel the pitch today? Did you
Another full toss. No signal from the leg umpire yet. Is it going to be a no ball? It's touch and go. We have to wait and see what the third umpire or the leg umpire thinks.
I think it's not a no ball.
The bowler has gotten away with two full tosses. Shravan with his third ball. Pitched up this time. Driven well by Mohit Saini. The chase is on. I don't think it'll get to the boundary. The batsman slipped.
It was Jitender Pal. He really played a good shot. Played with the line of the ball. Stroked it to covers and got 2 runs. Jitender Pal is looking comfortable in the middle. I think he's assessed the bounce of the pitch and he's doing well.
Well played. The ball goes to. It looks like it might reach the third man boundary. It does. Jitender Pal is looking really good here. He's playing around with the field.
Again, I think Jitender Paji is just using the pace of the ball, looking out for the field and just choosing his shots very wisely. So that's a good shot for a 4.
Punch to long on. The batsman will cross over for a single. Oh, Yart. That was a pretty good ball. Oh, looks like it was in fact a wicket.
It was a great ball, right on the legs, right on the stumps, and it was a great ball. And the batsman was bamboozled. A really good comeback from Shravan. A really good comeback from Shravan. Got the ball, pitched the ball in the right area, and got a wicket. That's a good wicket. At the end of 2 overs, Knights are 18 for 1. The captain.
The captain walks in. Sumo or Sumant. He's walked in at 1 down at the fall of the first wicket. He won't be on strike for the second over from Nitin.
Captain of the Conquerors team, Nitin, starting his second over.
Nitin coming into bowl. Full ball again. Flicked off the pads beautifully by Jitender. Looks like it might run to the boundary. It has. Jitender looking really good here.
Jitender Paji is looking comfortable out there. I think he's understood the wicket, the bounce of the pitch, and is just playing along with it. So that was a great shot for a 4, a great flick shot.
Nitin coming in, running in full steam. Back of the length, pretty good ball this time. Just hit straight to cover. No run this time. I think the bowlers will soon realize bowling full to Jitendra Paji is not a good idea. He has not been able to milk them when they have bowled back of the length, but he has taken full toll when they have bowled the full length balls. Nitin is really not learning from his mistakes. There was another full ball, swung away to the mid wicket boundary. That's another four. Nitin is feeding into Jitendra Paji's strengths.
Yeah, I think the key here for the bowlers would be is to not let the batsman free his arms, so that they can play their shots. So I think that is one thing Nitin should understand sooner rather than later in the game. That he should just stick to one line and bowl to his field.
Full ball this time. Jitendra has missed out straight through to the keeper. I think it was really close to the stumps, but don't think it ever hit the stumps. The full ball, driven to cover, stopped in the cover by Ranjit. Nitin has to finish this over strong. He's gone for a couple of boundaries already, but he has bowled a few dot balls as well.
Yeah, I think that's what Nitin has to do as a bowler is just bowl to his field on the off. That's again a great ball. We could see the ball move. Nitin finished on a strong after giving consecutive boundaries. That's how you need to bowl. Just bowl to your field. Make sure you make your batsman work hard.
Shravan back into the attack, looking to continue on from the wicket taking over last that he bowled the last one. Sumant is ready to face his first ball, checking his field. Looks like they have pushed long on and deep in wicket back. Shravan running in. Pretty good ball, well left. Sumant really respected that ball. He had to let it go. Ball moved away in the air, it seems like. Shravan running in. Pretty good ball, punched to long on. Sumant off the mark. Shravan running into bowl to the danger man, Jitendra. He has looked pretty good. He scored 23 of just 15 balls with 3 fours and a 6. That's a pretty smooth drive, but straight to cover. No run this time.
It was a good shot on the ground, and the fielder on the covers was very fast. I think it was Jay Velu. He was quick, stopped the ball from moving away to the boundary.
Slower one from Shravan this time, picked by Jitender. They run through for a quick single.
That was a deceiving one. The batsman almost missed the ball. It was an inside edge move towards the short mid wicket, and it was a quick single.
Good over so far from Sumant, considering it's the power play. He's gone for just the two singles this over. Pretty good length. Punch to cover. No run taken there. Sumant sent his non-striking partner back. Shravan is really looking in the groove. He's bowling, hit some good lengths here. He has assessed already how to bowl on this pitch, and he's also made use of the wind. Hit to cover again, a slight misfeel, and the batsman run quick single. This is 3 runs of this over. Pretty good over from Shravan comes to an end. At the end of 4 overs, Knights are 29 for 1.
The captain of the Conquerors team going for his third over. I think Raghunandan and Raghuana had a conversation with him telling what lengths to bowl. So let's see how this over goes.
Knights have made full toll of this power play. They are going at more than 7 runs an over. And considering this wicket and the conditions, it's a pretty good start for them, although they have lost one opener.
The bowler runs in. The batsman lets it go. It's a wide ball. It'll be interesting to see the clash of the captains. Captain of Conquerors bowling and captain of Knights batting. It's going to be a fun competition to watch.
Pretty good ball, tailing in to the batsman. Suman tried to flick it on the leg side. Just a minor inside edge might have saved him there. That was a pretty good ball from Nitin right there. Sumant is shadow practicing the shot that he had in mind, but just couldn't execute. Very good ball there, just outside off stump. Flash from Sumant. He's missed it straight through to the keeper.
I think Nitin is trying for that line where he wants the batsman to fish for the ball.
Yorker swinging in to the batsman. Suman gets another inside edge. Just the one wide this over so far and 3 dots after that. Nitin needs to finish strong here. Looks like it's a pretty slower one. And that's a great deception. That's plumb in front. The batsman doesn't take the review. He walks away. He knows he's out. That's a pretty good comeback from Nitin. Really good ball. It looked like a slower one. We have to wait for the replay. But it seemed like the batsman completely got deceived. Akshay is walking in. He's the new batsman in. Knights have lost 2 wickets here. They've put up a good score, but they have lost a couple of wickets in the power play, and that's never a good thing.
The new batsman's in, Akshay Swaraj, a really good top order batsman, has some array of shots that are ought to watch. We have to see how the competition goes here.
Akshay facing his first ball. Full ball, tailing in, defended back to the bowler. Nitin has really come back well in this over after going for a few in his first two. He needs to finish strong here.
I think as a bowler, he's understood what lines to bowl here to be very effective. Excellent ball swinging
it's given
in,
out.
and that's given out.
First impression, it looked like it was going down leg. The batsman immediately calls for the review. The ball was definitely tailing in. The umpire took no time in giving that out. We have to wait for the DRS to see where it pitched and whether it hits the stumps. The umpires have gotten together. They are looking at the ball tracking images to see whether the ball hits the stumps. The umpire is still looking at it. Batsman waiting anxiously. So is the fielding team. Oh, it does seem like the a decision has been overturned. We don't have access to the ball tracking here yet, but it does seem like the umpires have, have gotten the first LBW wrong of the season. It does look like the wickets is missing. Nitin with his angle, the ball was tailing in. It does seem like it was missing the leg stump by by a significant margin. But nevertheless, a great over from the captain Nitin Kulkarni, and I think that's the over complete. The score is 5 overs and 30 for 2. The last over of the power play here. Shravan back for his third over. It looks like the opening bowlers are going to get done with the power play. They have been pretty good, taking a wicket each. Shravan has been a bit economical. Nitin has come back really well in his last over. Conquerors would really like another wicket before the end of this power play. Safely played on the offside by Jitender. Shravan is really hitting really good lengths here. He's not giving anything away for the batsmen, waiting for them to make a mistake or go for the aerial route. One puts one on the pads, hit to long on, just a single here.
Just going back to the DRS, I think Knights kind of had it for a second because they would have lost two good batsmen in the same over. Um, and I'm really surprised. This is the first call that the umpire got wrong. It was missing leg. Good for Akshay. Good for Knights.
Well, ball hit past third man, between third man and point. Chase is on, but the ball wins the race. It's another boundary. That's a pretty good shot from Akshay. His first boundary.
It was a really good shot. Akshay just used the pace of the ball and placed it between backward point and gully, and that just the outfield was fast. The outfield is just lightning fast, and it just made its way to the boundary. So.
First real loose ball from Shravan there. He saw the batsman move across. He tried something, but it went down the leg side for a wide.
I think this is what I would like to bring back the focus on is the mental strength of a bowler, right? You bowl tight lines, you just get hit for a boundary, and then you try all the things that you want to. I think Shravan should be sticking to his strengths. That's the strength. Bowling on the off, let the batsman drive, try to work hard for the runs, and that is what I think will get Conquerors across the line in the bowling.
Shravan coming in on the pads. That's plumb. That looks dead on. Straight on the pads. The umpire didn't take even a second to give that decision. I don't think the batsman is going to go for a review. It'll just be a waste for the team. He's walking away, and that's the third wicket down for the Knights. Conquerors really pulling things together after the first few expensive overs here. If you notice, all the batsmen that have gotten out so far have been bowled or LBW. It talks volumes about how well the Conquerors bowlers have bowled stump to stump. They have stuck to their plan and they are reaping the rewards.
I think there's one thing that you should also notice, right, Anand, is that Akshay got a boundary 2 balls ago, and he tried to go across the ball and hit it across the line. He missed it. Um, I think it was a bad choice of shot from him. He was looking good. He could have capitalized on how good he was looking and go from there. But unfortunate for him and fortunate enough for Conquerors that they got a wicket. And now walks in Dinesh Gopi, asks for guard for the leg stump and ready to go.
Knights would really like for Dinesh Gopi to play a long one here. They are banking on him. Drives the first ball. Nice punch, but straight to cover. That's the end of the power play. 6 overs done. 36 for 3. Looks like there's going to be a bowling change here. We have to wait to see who's going to be bowling here.
It's KD who's coming to bowl. Kuladeep. With the field spreading out, Conquerors have a very general field setup for a spinner. That's a regular one, a long on, long off, a deep mid wicket, a sweeper, and a deep square leg. So they have spread out the field, all 5 fielders outside the circle. On the inside, they have a short covers, a short mid wicket, a short third man, a point.
Interesting for a medium pacer to bowl with his shades on. We have to wait and see if he forgot to take them off or if that's his style. Very good start there. The ball really moving away from the batsman. No feet movement from Jitender. Straight through to the keeper.
Anand, you can see, right? Like the ball is moving. If you bowl that line to Jitender Paji, it's really difficult for him to get under the ball and hit it.
That's a wide. He tried the same one again. Just outside the tram lines there. But he is getting a lot of movement. I think it also has to do with his action. Oh, that's straight through. That's bold. That's a full toss. Jitender pretty much missed a straight one. And that's the 4th wicket down. Yet again, Conquerors hitting the stumps when it matters. And they have their 4th wicket. Kuldeep on the act now.
Kiran Ganga walks in to bat. It's a challenging time for Knights as a team. They've lost 4 wickets in no time. So they have a healthy run rate, but they're losing wickets at the same time as well. So it's a daunting task ahead for Kiran Ganga and Dinesh to stabilize the innings and get Knights to a comfortable score.
Looks like we have the first left-hander of the season facing his ball. Kiran Ganga, the first lefty. Kuldeep immediately going around the wicket. Kuldeep into Kiran for his first ball. Tailing down, going down the leg. There's a small appeal. Don't think they'll go for the DRS. They won't go any further than that. They know the ball's missing the leg stump. Kuldeep running in. He is getting the ball to tail in to the left-hander. Kiran could just only defend that to short mid wicket. Flick to square leg for a single. Kiran off the mark.
It's been a great over so far for KD. He's taken a wicket, just given 2 runs away, a wide and a single. Ranjit is talking to KD and explaining him how to bowl to Gopi. This is the first ball Gopi is facing of KD, and we'll see how that goes.
Pretty good ball. Swinging away from Dinesh Gopi.
An excellent effort from the bowler to stop the ball from going away. The ball moved a lot, and KD is actually utilizing the wind as well as the pitch to do its work and reap the fruits of it. I think as a bowler, you have to be very cognizant about where to pitch the ball, use the conditions around you to make it work in your favor. So I think KD has done a phenomenal job in his first over to showcase that.
Seems like the first spinner's coming on. Kunal, the leg spinner, is coming on to bowl.
He's a really Kunal Atri. He's a great character, a great leg spinner. Can has good variations at the same time. As a leg spinner, he has really good control over where he pitches the ball. Also, you have to understand that you have a 6 footer coming and bowling leg spin to you, so that basically also helps in varying your bounce. Raghuana has set a very interesting field for Kunal. He wants the batsman to play him in front of the wicket.
Good start there from Kunal. Straight line to line, straight stump to stump line there. Kiran could only punch it back to the bowler. Another nice flighted one. Goes for the big drive there, Kiran. He misses it completely.
It's always a fun thing to watch a leg spinner against a left-handed batsman, because the ball moving in, if you are a conventional leg spinner, it's really becomes easy for the batsman to hit with the spin. Here Kunal is really bowling well. He's wearing his pace, wearing his length, and keeping the batsman guessing.
Go through for the single. In fact, there could be a couple here. He's found the gap. Good running from the batsman there. Easy two in the end.
It's a good ball by Kunal, good shot by Kiran. He's just punched it off on the offside and got 2 for it. Kiran here goes for a big swing on the off.
Another couple. Quick running there from Dinesh Gopi. They complete another couple.
A really good ball by Kunal to end the over, right on the stumps. didn't give any room to Kiran to free his arms up and play the shot. So he just had to defend it. A really good over by Kunal. At the end of the eighth over, the score is 42 for 4.
Kuldeep back for a second. Successful first over, just went for two and got a wicket. It'll be interesting to see whether Dinesh Gopi curbs his natural instincts and just plays around with Kiran to build a partnership. They have lost 4 wickets in no time here, have Knights.
I think, as much as I know Dinesh, he's going to play that anchor role for first couple of overs. He would want to get Knights to a decent position before he can start going bamboozle, punishing the bowlers all over the park. It was a good ball by Kuldeep and equally good shot by Dinesh Gopi. Just flicked off his pads towards the square leg and got a single for it. I noticed one thing: Kuldeep's moving the ball a lot. His ball is moving in the air. He's swinging ball both sides. So if you notice, he's swinging the ball in towards the right-handed, and the ball is swinging in towards the lefty as well. So he's kind of swinging it both ways, keeping the batsman guessing.
Full ball there. Kiran goes for the big drive. Could only hit it back to the bowler. Short ball, attempted short ball, just lost control of it, and that's a wide.
I think even Kuldeep knows that was a bad ball. It could have been punished and put away, but just worked it away with a single. Oh, here's a mix-up. Dinesh Gopi makes it in time. Um, the batsmen here for Knights, both Kiran and Dinesh, have to be very, very careful and coordinate when they're running between the wickets. It's very, very important as batsmen to have confidence on the other end as well to make sure that you don't lose your wicket.
Attempted slower one, wide outside the tram line. The keeper misses it. Just the one run for the wide there. The batsman cannot get through for another bye there. Kuldeep, for some reason, was interested. He thinks there was an edge, but the keeper had also missed it anyway. Effort ball there from Kuldeep.
A good stop by Ranjit on short mid wicket and a dot ball.
Another wide there. Kuldeep has lost it a little bit this over. I think he's trying a few different things, but the execution is not happening.
I agree with you, Anand. I think Kuldeep's just trying too hard. I think the first over he bowled, the first couple of overs he bowled, he just stuck to his basics, and I think that is what he should be doing here, is just stick to his basics, and he can get the thing done.
Another
a
beautiful
great
full ball there. Did it hit the pads? There's an appeal for something. The batsmen, interestingly, go through for maybe a bye, leg bye, whatever that is, or a run. Have to wait for what the umpire's call is.
I
She's
don't
walking
know.
through
I don't
to
know
the
if they've gone for the DRS or not. But I think Mithila is just checking with the leg umpire Vijesh to confirm if there was any bat involved.
Seems like the umpire has signaled a dead ball there, or
I think the umpire signaled that It's not out because there was bat involved. So there's no DRS applicable as well.
Kuldeep with his final ball. Cut away by Dinesh. That's racing away. Will that be stopped? I don't think so. In fact, the ball stops and the batsmen get through for three. Great running there.
There was a great shot by Dinesh, just piercing it between the point fielder and the third man, and got 3 runs for it. The
Eh,
ball was tad bit short and wide, allow the batsman to free his arms and play that shot freely. So that's a that was a good shot. At the end of 9 overs, score is 50 for the loss of 4 wickets. So that's a good thing. Knights have gotten their 50. Cheers to them. Both batsmen are now looking comfortable in the middle and playing their shots. Kunal Atri comes back for his second over and will be bowling to Dinesh for the first time.
Still bowling with a slip in place to the new batsman. Dinesh has faced only 4 balls. He's still fairly new to the crease. They want to attack him with a slip here. Let's see if Kunal can get any turn. That's a beautiful shot there, piercing between point and covers. That's the first boundary for Dinesh.
A great shot by Dinesh, just naturally freeing up his arms, making some room for himself so that he could play that shot. A good start of to the over for Knights. They start off with a 4, and now the bowler has to think where to bowl to this batsman the next ball.
Flighted loopy full toss there by Kunal. Dinesh would just like to punch it to the sweeper for a single.
That was a low full toss by Kunal, and Dinesh just punched it to the sweeper for a single. Anand, do you think that Dinesh is curbing his instincts and not capitalizing on the full toss because of the loss of wickets for Knights?
I think it's also he has got a boundary in the first ball, so he would not want to lose his wicket here. He has got enough runs in the first ball, and I don't know how many batsmen the Knights have in the shed left. So he's the main guy here. Between getting a good score.
Yeah, this was a good ball from Kunal, a good shot from Kiran. He just punched it uh, just a little away from the bowler so that the bowler couldn't stop, and it was a quick single for them. Again, a good ball. I think Kunal was flatter this time, a little quicker in the air, and Dinesh Gopi just moved to his back foot, tried to punch it, and it was covered at the
Another short and flat one. The batsman run through for a quick single. It went to the same fielder there, but this time the batsmen were able to capitalize and get a single. Good comeback by Kunal so far in this over after the boundary in the first ball.
a really good ball to end the over. Again, I think Kunal's done a good job in his 2 overs. Just pitched the ball in the right line, and a good solid defense by Kiran. That's the end of 10 overs. Score is 57 for 4, and time for drinks.
Back after the break. Kuldeep continuing. He's going to bowl to Dinesh Gopi. Full toss. Looks like he's missed one there. Missed just a full one. Oh, in fact, that's hit the stumps. This is the second or the third full toss that has hit full on the stumps. The batsman just seemed to have missed it. Kuldeep on a roll here, his second wicket.
Excellent ball from KD, caught Dinesh by surprise. And new batsman in is Aditya Ilaivali for Knights. Knights in a bit of a trouble. They need good partnership here. 57 for 5 in 10.1 overs. They'd be looking for a good partnership going forward.
Guided down to short third man for a signal. Aditya off the mark. Think it's important now that Kiran takes this innings as far as possible, as deep as possible. And this partnership is quite crucial for the Knights. Just short of short covers. 2 runs for Kiran again.
Kiran will be looking to up the ante. He's on 8 runs of 16 balls, strike rate of 50. He'd be looking to get himself going.
I think you have to say credit to KD so far. He's bowled well. 2 crucial wickets. One of Jitender, who's looking good on 30, and the other one, obviously, the big wicket of Dinesh. So he's really come in clutch today.
Yeah, he's bowling really well. I think he's understood the conditions really well today, and he's using the conditions to the best of his abilities.
Pulled into the vacant backward square leg region. And some good running there from the Knights. We've got 3.
Excellent running there from Aditya and Kiran. This is what Aditya does. He pushes the other batsmen. He looks for those 2s and 3s. They need to string a good partnership here.
The Knights do have batsmen like Gopi and Shashi to come in later. So as long as this partnership goes, it's good for them because the batsmen coming in later can strike the ball. You have Amit Warambe as well, yet to come. Another great batsman, runs well between the wickets. So the Knights do have quite a deep batting here. They need to make use of it. Called wide.
It's another wide from JD. KD.
We've surprisingly not seen a lot of spin from Conquerors today, but I think that the credit goes to the medium pacers. Another wide call. Medium pacers have bowled, used their cutters well, understood the wicket, and yeah, there hasn't been a need for a lot of spin bowling from them this time, although they have 3 to 4 good spinners in their team.
Good comeback there from KD. Couple of extras in that over, which he wouldn't have liked. He's bowling well, but Conquerors need to cut down on those extras, keep it tight, keep the pressure on Knights.
Looks like we have Kunal coming back in for his third over. Also bowled pretty well so far. Just 11 runs.
Conquerors have a lot of bowling depth. Like to see the captain Nitin see how he's going to use the remaining bowlers. He has Ranjit, Jay, Raghu, Amog, a lot of spinners on their teams. But he's sticking with just the one spinner. Like this from Conquerors, they're still attacking with the slip. They're trying to keep the pressure on Knights.
Tap down to short covers. Yeah, it's definitely been a very disciplined bowling performance from the Conquerors, so far. It's a quick single.
Good running there from Aditya again. It was really quick between the wickets.
The conditions are a little difficult. It is quite windy, so you will see a few extras here and there. But I think largely, Conquerors have done a great job so far, and they've reaped the rewards for it. Another dot ball from Kunal, keeping it tight. No extras from him, which is a great thing.
Pressure on Knights to keep the scoreboard ticking. They're 67 for 5.
Very, very close to the stumps. Probably should have been played straight. Aditya going for the cut.
You can see a lot of gaps in the field. Knights need to make use of it. Oh, that's a good shot. It's a really good shot from Aditya. Pick up a boundary there.
I think that's what the Knights need more of. Probably 6 runs and over for the next few overs, and then see where they can go from there. There was a good shot from Aditya over the top through the cover sweeper region. He's taking his time, but he's looking more and more confident now, Aditya. Driven again and just over backward point this time, but Aditya picks up another boundary.
That was a tough chance, but still a chance. And Knights getting the move on now. At the end of 12 overs, Knights are 75 for 5.
It'll be interesting to see how Nitin shuffles his bowlers here. Looks like we have Amok coming in now. Karan, what do you expect from Amog at this point? Coming
I-
in the 13th over, couple of batsmen looking a little comfortable, but Knight still in a slightly difficult situation. What do you think Amog needs to do at this point?
I think he has good strengths. He has the wrong one. He's very deceptive. He has good variations. He just needs to make use of the track very well. Oh, he picks up a wicket the first ball. Good catch there from Ranjit. Excellent bowling from Amog.
And there is the set batsman Kiran Ganga, so it's a very important wicket here for Conquerors. First ball wicket for Amog. Great start from him. The slightly full ball. Don't think Kiran got under it enough to hit it over the covers fielder. Unfortunately, found the hands of Ranjit. New batsman Amit Warambe. I'd say almost like for like. A busy batsman, runs well between the wickets, left-hander, keeps the left-hand right-hand combination at the wicket.
It's going to be interesting. Both Aditya and Amit are really good runners between the wickets. We're going to see how they're going to make use of trying to find the gaps and putting pressure on the fielders now, and building a good, strong partnership for the remaining 8 overs.
Good loop there from Amog, called a wide.
Yeah, good flight there, but Conquerors need to keep the pressure on, stop giving a lot of extras, and try to put the pressure on Knights. Keep the pressure. They just got a wicket. They would like to keep the momentum going.
Another wide, this time quicker through the air from Amog. Maybe trying a little too much at the moment. Just got to keep it simple. First over.
I think it's
Yep.
going down
Looks to
leg.
be sliding down leg.
That's all he needs to do. He just needs to keep it tight and on the wickets.
In the air, down the ground, falls safe.
Should get a couple.
Yep.
Oh, excellent running there from Knights. They get 3. Both
Slight-
Aditya and Amit. Absolutely
slightly
brilliant.
Sloppy there from the Conquerors. Great running between the wickets. Two batsmen who are very aware and who run very well between the wickets.
This is what they can do. They have another 8 overs to go. They can build the pressure, hit those gaps, get those 2s and 3s, and set themselves up towards the end.
I think that seems the way they need to go to slightly unsettle the Conquerors right now, who are definitely on top. Just get a few singles here and there, get a few doubles, just put the bowlers and the fielders under pressure, and then hopefully get some big runs from there on.
That's a good ball there from Amog, keeping the pressure on. Wow, that's an excellent ball from Amog. Very deceptive in the air. And Conquerors attacking now with a slip as well in the 13th over.
A decent cut shot straight to the fielder. End of the over. 81 for 6 after 13.
Currently going at 6.2 runs per over. I'm sure the Knights would like to up the ante a little bit for the remaining 7 overs. What do you think would be a good score on this wicket, Mukund?
We did see in the first game that in the 130 scoring range was quite a challenging score. But we also know that the Conquerors have quite a few big hitters on their side. So from the Knights' perspective, you need to get as many runs as possible on the board. They do have another couple of batsmen, so I'd look to obviously bat the whole 20 overs, but at the same time, really look to push the scoring rate in the last few, because that there are 3 or 4 batsmen in the Conquerors who can, just take the game away in a couple of overs.
Do you think that Knights are aware that Conquerors have really good batting depth and really good power hitters towards the end? Do you think that plays a role in their mind to go a little extra hard, batting first, defending, trying to put a big score, trying to put the pressure on them?
Yeah, I'm sure they're aware of the strengths that the Conquerors have. Another new bowler here, Jay Velu, making his HSL debut, bowling his first over.
Again, another very deceptive bowler. Has a lot of good variations.
Fondly referred by his friends as JB de Villiers.
They look to get 2 here.
Through backward square leg.
They might even try for the third one. No, they'll settle for 2.
Yeah, Jay is one of those bowlers who gets a lot of grip in turn, so it'll be interesting to see how the Knights batsmen tackle him. Once he gets into his rhythm, he's also quite a difficult bowler to tackle.
Wow, excellent running again from Knights. Really keeping the pressure on Conquerors.
I think this is the kind of stuff they need to do for the next 2-3 overs.
Just hitting those gaps and getting those 2s and 3s. Really good thinking from both the batsmen.
Stopped at mid-wicket, but the batsman will cross over for a single.
Ranjit still fielding there, even though he's slightly injured. He's still putting in the hard work, putting in the hard yards.
When we were mentioning big hitters before, that's one name that's probably the first name on the list that we would mention for the Conquerors. We know what kind of danger Ranjit poses as a batsman.
And we have the bowler JB de Villiers as well, who can really take the game away if he gets going.
Slightly shorter from Jai, pulled by Amit.
There's a fielder there. Should just be one. So, Knights building a partnership here. Looking good. 13.5 overs, 87 for 6.
I think you could say that the score was around the same in the first innings of the first game this morning. So I'm sure that the Knights will be aware that they do have to go big in the last 5 overs if they want to defend this total.
Yeah, and I think that's why they need to stick to what they're doing, getting those 2s and 3s, because after this you're getting into the tail enders, and you don't want to leave too much pressure for them. So this might be the last crucial partnership for Knights.
Good shot from Aditya driven down to long on.
Should just be one. Well,
I think this is one thing that both these batsmen do very well, which is always looking for the second run or the third run. It is very crucial for them at this point of time.
14 overs done, 88 for 6. Getting into the last 6 overs of the first innings.
Amog continuing after getting a crucial wicket in his first over.
I think in the remaining 36 balls, Knights would ideally try to look to get at least 50 runs in that and get around that 140 mark. And that's a very competitive score on this wicket.
I think that is a realistic target for them because they do have a couple of batters coming in who can hit the ball long. So I think that's a realistic target. It's quite a positive outlook.
Slightly going down leg, should just be a leg by. Amog again very deceptive in the air. I think the Conquerors are.
Have they gone for a review there?
They're not sure if they reviewed it, but definitely a discussion going on. Just a leg by.
I think Aditya is showing a good account of himself today. Batting on 18 of 14 balls. I think coming in a difficult situation and going at around 130 strike rate. It's been a good innings from him so far.
And he needs to carry on with Amit as well.
Slightly down the leg side, flick behind square by Amit. Should get two here. They do get two quite comfortably.
Really good running again from these two. Running the first one really hard. Good pressure from the Knights back onto Conquerors.
I think we're able to see the advantage of having a right-left combination at the crease here.
Yeah, you can see Amog slightly drifting to the pads for both batsmen. Just another leg by again.
I think the good thing is that there aren't a lot of dot balls from the Knights. They're keeping the scoreboard ticking, which is, I mean, every run is valuable right now at this point. A swipe from Aditya across the line, manages to get it down to deep square leg for a single.
Not sure if that carried, but
That might have been a drop there at short mid wicket. Driven down confidently by Amit. Down to long off for a single.
getting a run almost every ball. Good to see from Knights. 15 overs done. Knights 94 for 6.
I mean, you have to say that Knights are maintaining a steady run rate even with the wickets that they've lost. This is a good sort of launching pad for them to kick on in the next 5 overs. Finish strong and then carry that energy onto the field when they go on to bowl.
And we have a new bowler, Ranjit, coming into the attack. It's one of the deadliest hitters in the league. Can really take the game away from you in a matter of 10 balls.
And a very handy spinner as well. Turns the ball both ways. Definitely keep the batsman thinking.
Oh, I think Ranjit has slipped there. He's looks to be he's back up again. That fall looks scary, but good to see Ranjit back on his feet.
Yeah, it is quite a slippery surface, the wicket. So yeah, Ranjit does need to be careful. Good start from Ranjit with the dot ball.
Quick single again. Good running between the wickets again from Amit and Aditya.
Do you think at this point one of the Knights batsmen need to take the onus and try to up the ante, or maybe another couple of overs later?
I think they'll be targeting to start putting their foot on the accelerator now. Oh, that's excellent from Aditya. He'll pick up a boundary there. Really good shot.
Great placement, especially right between backward point and short third man. Cut well. Aditya's looking confident.
And you're right. He might actually be the one to start going for the big shots. He's settled in. He's played almost 20 balls. He's looking in good touch now. So Aditya probably might start putting his foot on the accelerator now.
Slight change in the field. We have extra protection behind square. I think Conquerors realizing that Aditya is quite strong in that region. Guided down to third man again. They
Fielded very well from
Stopped
Amog.
there by Amog.
Well played from Aditya. Very cheeky.
More importantly, keeping the scoreboard taking. Getting the single after the boundary, I think, is great cricket.
100 comes up for Knights. They have another 26 balls to go in this innings. They'd be looking to get at least 40 runs and put a good score.
Slight loosener there from Ranjit. White ball called.
Amit absolutely frustrated that he didn't connect that one. But they still get an extra over there.
Played down the ground. Will pick up a single again.
A little quicker through the air there from Ranjit.
Last ball of the over. Played down to short third man again, and we know Amit is rapid between the wickets, so no problem getting a
These two are running really well between the wickets. They're converting all those which should have been dot balls to singles. Excellent running from these two, putting the pressure on Knights. Getting into the last 4 overs. Knights 103 for 6 in 16 overs. What do you say, Mukund? Who do you think should be bowling the last 4 overs for Conquerors?
Well, it looks like Amog's continuing. I think they're probably going to stick with the spinners right now because it's really tough to put them away. You don't want pace on the ball for set batsmen to use that pace and score a lot of runs. So they seem to be continuing with the spinners, which I think is the right idea. Aditya comes down the track, doesn't quite connect it, but still manages to get the single. Paddle sweep attempted there from Amit.
Good ball from Amog. I think he saw that early and he bowled it flatter through the air. Ujjwal. And think he's made it.
I think he's made his ground. Good ball there from Amog, deceiving the batsman in the flight. I think it's quite evident that Aditya is trying to get a kick on right now. Good bowling there from Amog.
Amog again being very deceptive through the air. Saw that Aditya was coming down quite early and pushed it wide. Amog again putting the pressure. Good bowling this from Amog. Bowling in the death to a set batsman.
Call wide and they'll scamper for another single. Valuable runs here for the Knights.
Ujjwal needs to try and tighten up. Getting a lot of byes in the last few overs. And Conquerors would like to keep things tight now. Should just be a single. Jaivelu is really quick between the wickets. Oh, they're coming back for 2. Wow, this is excellent running from Knights.
Really, really smart running there because of the direct hit. The danger end is taken out of the equation. Very, very smart, very sensible. Great cricketing acumen from both batsmen. End of 17 overs, 109 for 6.
They would be looking to get to 140. They have 3 overs left, 10 runs an over. They'll be able to get to 140.
Conquerors continuing to attack the Knights with spin in the death overs. Ranjit in a second over. Slightly wide of off stump. Cut well again by Aditya.
But this protection in the deep should just be a single.
I think you have to say that at 60 for 5 after Dinesh's wicket, Aditya has really held the innings together.
Yeah, absolutely. He's really put Knights on a good position now. Oh, that's running again. This is excellent running from Knights. They're really making use of the running between the wickets. These two are running very well together. Good communication between both Aditya and Amit.
I think it's interesting here. Maybe the Conquerors are happy with just the singles and not giving away boundaries in the death overs. But at the same time, I think the Knights would take every run at this point and maybe get a couple of boundaries to push that score up as much as possible.
Chipped in the air. Running the first one hard. They're coming back for two. This is excellent running from Amit and Aditya. Really putting the pressure on the Conqueror fielders now. They might not be hitting a boundary every over, but they're making sure that they get at least 8 runs just by running well between the wickets.
I think this is a great display of both batsmen really playing to their strengths, which is the singles and doubles, and really running well between the wickets. Slightly shorter from Ranjit. Aditya feels he should have capitalized on that.
A lot of gap there. Aditya will be upset with himself for not making contact with that one.
Slower through the air. Down the ground from Aditya. Again, misfield by the Conquerors. 2 more runs. Great running between these two.
Excellent running between Aditya and Amit. They must be exhausted after all those twos, but they have to push through for another 2 overs.
Into the 18th over, 115 for 6, Knights. Conquerors continuing to trust their spinners to bowl in the death, and I think they've done a great job so far, all things considered. We've seen some great running between the wickets from the Knights batsmen, but the Conquerors have been able to cut down the boundaries, which is something which is very important in the death overs.
Amog coming back to bowl his last over. He's bowled really well today. 3 overs for 17 runs and just 2 wickets. And he's been bowling in the death. It's quite impressive with those figures. They get a run. Wow, excellent running. Again. The ball didn't even leave the pitch and they managed to get a run. It's absolutely brilliant from the Knights batsman.
Yeah, crucial. Definitely crucial runs for the Knights here.
Conquerors would want to put more pressure. They shouldn't be giving away those easy singles.
And you have to remember that the Knights do have, quite a lot of depth in their bowling. Good spinners, good medium pacers as well. So it will be a challenging score, whatever they put up on the board. That's
In the air.
Falls
Lands
again.
safe. Coming back for 2. And
Aditya's
Aditya's
been run out. Good throw there from Kunal. There definitely wasn't a second run there. They did take that chance though. But I think you have to say Aditya's really done his part this innings. Great innings, holding the innings together, almost like the glue. And I think now's the time for probably a batsman who can hit the ball slightly longer to come and play the last 2 overs.
excellent innings from Aditya. 32 runs. It's a good contribution coming in so late to the innings when the team was really struggling, and really give them a fighting chance. Give them something to fight for.
I think both Aditya and Knights will be very happy with this innings. Gopi, the new batsman, in and gets stuck in straight away with a strong punch down to long off.
Amit Varambe,
And Amit
absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic running there to get a second. That ball was hit very hard. Hopefully it's a sign of things to come.
Excellent bowling from Amog. Bowling in the death. really looping it up there, changing his variations, changing his lengths. Really smart bowling there from Amog.
Driven down again to long on. This time it will just be a single.
Jai Velu really quick there. He's not going to allow another two.
Amog, couple of balls away from finishing his spell, and you have to say it's been a great spell this game. Through mid wicket, great shot from Varambe. They're gonna get a couple. Good use of his feet in the gap between long on and deep mid wicket. Good 2 runs there.
It's the end of Amog's spell. Excellent bowling from Amog, bowling in the death. 19 overs, Knights 122 for 7. Amog finishes his 4 overs with 24 for 1. Absolutely brilliant bowling from Amog there. You would say Knights probably slowed down a bit there. They were cruising at one stage. They were getting good runs every over. And then the last couple of overs has been really tight bowling from Conquerors. I think Knights were probably looking to get closer to 140. But Conquerors pulled it back very well. And Ranjit will be bowling the last over for Conquerors. Be looking to finish things very well for them.
Driven by Gopi over covers.
Very good shot. Should pick up a couple.
Should pick up 2 runs.
Wow, good throw in the deep there.
Great running again from Amit. Jai Velu on the field at sweeper. Fantastic throw there.
He's got a good arm.
Wide from Ranjit. I think his attempt is not to bowl too full in the arc to Gopi, who can strike the ball pretty long.
That was the right intention from Ranjit. Probably would like to bring it within the lines.
Quicker through the air. Struck well down the ground. Straight to long off. Should get 2 again. Again, wonderful running there from both the batsmen. There is an appeal for a run out, but it looks like Gopi is safe.
Amit Varambe really pushing his partners to run quick between the wickets. He's been batting there for the past 5 to 6 overs, and he's running very well between the wickets.
Driven down the ground again by Gopi. Should only be a single this time. Kunal cuts it pretty quickly.
Last 3 balls of the innings. Knights currently 128 for 7. Loops it up and just a single. Amit will be disappointed he didn't put that away. Last couple of balls, be hoping to get a couple of big ones, and that was the ball to get a big one. That was looped from Ranjit.
Quicker through the air.
Good bowling from Ranjit. Really smart bowling.
Just tapped around for a single. Again, you have to say, great bowling performance, especially in the death by the Conquerors. They've been pretty strong throughout the innings, but
And they've been bowling to their fields very well. That's something that you have to appreciate from Conquerors. They're not trying anything funny. They're just sticking to their plan. They're sticking to bowling to their field. They'll be happy. Nitin will be happy with his team.
Last ball of the innings. Looped up by Ranjit again.
So full toss.
Will fall safe. And it will just be a
Amit will be
single.
disappointed he didn't put that away. And Knights end their innings with 131 for 7, similar to the score of the first match. And Conquerors will be chasing 132. And
I think the Conquerors will be pretty happy with this, all things considered. Knights did start very well. Jitendra in the power play there, scoring a lot of quick runs. The Conquerors did pull it back with a flurry of wickets, and at a point right there, 5 down at 57, it looked like Knights were in a spot of bother, but I think Aditya's batting performance there took them to a very respectable score. I think the Knights will back themselves to chase 132, but we do know what the Conquerors have in terms of batsmen, so this will be a fun chase.
they have quality batsmen. And Amit will be slightly disappointed that he couldn't get a couple of them away. Striking at only 80 in the last 5-6 overs. He'd be hoping to get his strike rate up for the next games. But excellent bowling from Conquerors. No one really being expensive. Good tight bowling from Shravan, Kuldeep and Nitin up front. And then Kunal and Amog keeping things tight. And Amog really bowling really well in the death there as well.
I think great bowling performance in terms of sharing wickets as well. Every bowler chipped in. Nitin getting one pretty early. Shravan as well getting a couple of important wickets along with Kuldeep. And Kunal, Amog, Jay and Ranjit towards the death. I think very, very strong bowling performance by the Conquerors.
We'll be right back in 10 minutes for the chase. The Conquerors against the Knights.
Welcome back to Knights versus Conquerors, where Conquerors are looking to chase 132 to win their first HSL game 2024.
Conquerors are starting off with probably the most explosive batsman in this tournament. Ranjit and Jay Velu opening the batting.
I think there's a clear sign of intent here from the Conquerors, which is to go hard at the Knights from ball one, try and make as much use of the power play as possible. Mandeep opening the bowling for Knights, left arm medium pacer. Sid, what do you think the Knights need to do here? It's a slightly lowish total. What kind of start do they need to have?
Here's ball one.
There you can see Ranjit trying to free his arms already.
Okay, ball one again. And again, another ball down the leg side, given wide by the umpire.
The Knights need to avoid this as much as possible. Put the pressure early on. Both these batsmen are quite explosive batsmen.
Here's the next ball, loading up. And that's a great shot from Ranjit down the ground. And that's good fielding from Sumo. Oh, Jay Velu's dropped the bat. He makes it into the other end.
Good stop there from the Knights captain Suman. Covered ground, standing at long on. Good quick throw back to the bowler. And this brings Jay Velu on strike. Also a very big hitter, very powerful batsman. Has scored multiple hundreds in the MSCL T20s. Excited to see what he's going to offer in this HSL.
Yes, he's fondly called JB de Villiers. Here's JB de Villiers facing his first ball. And another ball on the pads. Flicked away, straight to square leg. Mandeep has been straying on the pads for the first few deliveries. He has to tighten up his line. These two batsmen will definitely clear these boundaries. Anything on the legs, they're very, very strong.
Here's Mandeep again. Much better ball from him this time. Jay looking for the expansive cover drive. Wicket slightly on the slower side. Good line and length there from Mandeep. I think this is what he needs to continue with right now.
Yes, and that's again the key. Restricting these big hitters, I think early especially, will give them a really good chance to get ahead in this game. Runs early is definitely what Conquerors are looking for, looking at their intent. Here's Mandeep with his next ball. Another one straying onto the pads, flicked straight to mid-wicket. It's a good shot from Jay for nothing.
Mandeep does have protection there on the sweeper boundary, so it would make more sense for him to keep the line outside off stump and induce the batsman into playing drives on the offside.
Here's Mandeep with his next ball. Another one on a good length and tapped away to point. Good running, good running. That was a good call from Ranjit. Quick single taken to point.
Both batsmen off the mark.
This is good bowling. He's bowling to his field. He has a sweeper cover and his offside is packed. I think this will not hurt the Knights.
These are two batsmen who are very strong on the leg side, so he would like to keep it on the offside.
Again, missed his run up right there. He's going to reload. Here's Mandeep with his next ball. Oh, full ball, outside off. Beautiful drive that from Ranjit. All along the ground, and that's run away for 4. That was a beautiful shot from Ranjit.
Yeah, Ranjit looking very confident there, leaning into the drive. It was on the fuller side, so quite easily put away for a batsman of his caliber. Good start here for the Conquerors, sorry. 8 for no loss after 1 over, steady start. Will be happy.
Yeah, I think Conquerors will take this. Both batsmen, again, are looking to attack, but they're picking their balls. Looks like he's looking in great touch, tapping balls along the ground.
We have Sunny, who'll be bowling the second over.
Sunny is again part of the battery of pacers that Knights have. They have really good pacers on the team, guys who can swing the ball out and in, and Sunny is another part of that.
Yeah, these will be really crucial overs for the Knights. They do need early wickets to put the pressure on the Conquerors. Sunny is a bowler who is a wicket taker. Takes a lot of wickets early on for his team in the MSCL, so he'll be looking to replicate that here.
And here's Sunny loading up for his first ball. Running in. That's a full toss on the pads. Jayavelu just taps it away to mid-on for an easy single there.
The Knights do need to be a little careful here. The lengths have been a tad bit fuller, and these are batsmen who, once they get their iron, can really punish you. So we need to see a little more tight bowling by the Knights if they need to defend this total.
And here's Sunny again loading up for the next ball. Running in. What a shot from Ranjit. That's gone to the deep. Oh, one bounce to the fielder. But that was
slightly sloppy fielding there.
Oh.
And it has gone to the boundary. It's a great shot by Ranjit, a great pickup flick. There was protection there on the deep square leg boundary. Unfortunately, slightly sloppy fielding, and the ball has gone to the boundary.
Again, this is why Ranjit is one of the most dangerous batsmen. He can turn a good ball into a boundary ball. It was great fast hands from him to flick that away for a 4.
Interesting to see how Sunny is going to come back from this. Strays down leg again. Called a wide.
Again, the intent is very clear from Ranjit. He started walking down the track to these bowlers, and again looks like his hamstring is troubling him.
We do know Ranjit's been carrying a bit of a hamstring problem, which seems like it's acting up here a little bit, but I think he is good to go.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be a big loss for the Conquerors if they lost Ranjit to an injury. He's looking in great touch here. He's been timing the ball sweetly. Looks like he's ready to continue. Here's Sunny loading up for the next ball. Another one on the good length. Good defense from Ranjit right there. Oh, Jevelu backing up a little too far, but makes it back into his crease in time. Here's Sunny coming in for the next ball. Again, tapped away, just timed. Oh, that's a great stop from Gopi right there. Dinesh just flying across and stopping that. Great return throw to the keeper. Keeps it down to a single.
Yeah, definitely saved a couple of runs there. We know how important someone like Dinesh is on the field for Knights.
Sunny, oh, that's a full toss outside off and wide. Oh, that's given a no ball and just tapped away through the gap for 4. That's a no ball. It'll be a free hit for Jay. I think that's an absolute freebie from Sunny. He has been a little wayward this over. Has been a little expensive.
Yes, that's a poor delivery. I think way outside off stump gives the batsman a chance to free his arms. The ball races across to the boundary behind square, and now gives the batsman another opportunity to free his arms because this is a free hit.
That's a wide again on the offside. Good stop by the keeper. He had to go diving full length to stop that. Sunny has been spraying it a little this over. The Knights will really want him to pull things together if they want to have a hope of defending this total. It's going to be another free hit for Jay. Here comes Sunny. Another short ball, and Jay just absolutely clears his front hip and swings that over to the long on boundary. That's an easy 2 right there.
Good pickup there by Jay, understanding that the ball was slightly slower off the wicket and targeted the mid-wicket area. Comfortable couple of runs. End of the second over and Conquerors sitting pretty at 23 for no loss. Great start for them.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what the captain would have hoped for, when he sent Ranjit and Jayvelu to open the batting. They have been helped by some wayward bowling from the Knights. Mandeep to continue into his second over, bowling to Ranjit. Oh, what a
Ranjit
shot.
goes down the
Flicks
ground.
it high in the air.
Doesn't look like he's really timed it, but it will fall safe. Just for a single. Dinesh unfortunately couldn't get to that running back. but definitely shows a clear sign of intent from the Conquerors on what they want to do in this power play.
Yeah, and that's a pretty safe shot from the side. The wind is blowing really hard from there, so wild swing outside off from Jay, misses the ball.
Good ball again from Mandeep. We saw one of these in the previous over. That's the line and length he needs to stick to trouble the batsman.
Yes, definitely. I think consistently outside off, especially for the field setting that he has, that would help restricting the score. Here goes Mandeep. What a shot from Jay. Another
Jay
pickup
goes over
shot.
the top.
Straight over covers. And that'll be two. Both batsmen taking the aerial route this over, and they're looking really good.
Although taking the aerial route, these are quite safe shots which give the batsman 2 easy runs and keep the scoreboard ticking.
Oh, another ball down the leg side. This has been a problem for the Knights. Both the opening bowlers have been bowling wides on both sides of the wickets. They really need some consistency to defend the score of 132. That's another ball outside off, and
Wide again, and
wide.
the batsman will scamper across for a single. I think the Knights may have to change something here to stop the flow of runs, which at this moment seems quite easy for the Conquerors.
Here's Mandeep going in for his next ball. Ranjit. Another pickup shot from
Driven
Ranjit.
down the ground. Wonderful shot.
What a shot from Ranjit. That's gone for 6, straight over long on. Looks like he hit that on one leg. And that's sailed comfortably over the boundary for a 6.
I think one thing's for sure, Ranjit definitely has great hand-eye coordination. I think picked the length very early and deposited it over long on quite comfortably. And
Again.
the Conquerors seem to be motoring along.
Again, he is struggling a little bit with that hamstring of his. That's not really holding him back, though. He's been timing it really well. He's been hitting some big shots. And he's back in, ready to bat. Just needed a quick water break.
Bad ball from Mandeep again. Well kept behind the stumps by Amit. And the pressure is really showing now on the bowler.
Yeah, both these batsmen are putting tremendous pressure on these bowlers. You know, they've been punishing anything that's been a bad ball, and they've also been putting away some good balls. A lot of pressure on these bowlers to keep it tight, and right now they're not really responding. Here's Mandeep for his next ball. Again, just flicked away.
Comfortable single down the ground. I think this is exactly what the Conquerors wanted and expected from someone like Ranjit opening the batting. Sitting comfortably on 18 of 8 balls.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Ranjit has been very explosive, sending these two out. They've repaid the faith that the captain has shown them, getting them off to a flying start. Quick change in the field. The man comes in from the leg side, moves him to the off. Slow one on the pads, flicked away neatly by Jay into the deep, and that will be 2 runs to Jay Velu. This is a little bizarre. They did bring that man out from the position there and took him to the offside, but unfortunately these Knights bowlers haven't got their radar quite going yet for this bowling innings.
At the end of 3 overs, the Conquerors 39 for no loss. Going about this run chase without breaking a sweat so far and going at 13 and over.
Conquerors are just motoring along. A lot of problems for the Knights captain Sumo here. So he is sticking to Sunny. Sunny back into the attack for his second over.
Sunny back for his second over. Much better start this time. Good line and length outside off stump, drawing the batsman into playing the drive.
This is one of the rare balls that Ranjit has missed this innings. And hopefully Sunny can keep it there for another 5 balls this over. Here comes Sunny for a second ball. Oh, another ball full into the batsman, and Ranjit just taps it back.
Knights will be looking to keep this over tight and maybe try something different the next over. We obviously know they have the likes of Akshay, who can be quite a good bowler in the power play. Swing and a miss here from Ranjit. Good delivery. Great first 3 balls here from Sunny.
Yes, Sunny's got his radar back on. Looks like he's keeping it tight. Ranjit still going for his big shots. I think Conquerors have a clear plan here to try and finish this off very quickly. Here comes Sunny for the 4th ball. What a shot.
Onto the pads, and Ranjit doing what he does best. That fantastic pickup shot that he has down to the square leg boundary. I was just going to say 3 dot balls. You knew something was going to give with someone like Ranjit at the crease, and he answered.
Yes, again, Sunny straying onto the pads of Ranjit and just plays a gorgeous shot for Ford.
Very well played there by Ranjit. Very, very sensible batting. Picked the gap to perfection behind point. Picks up another boundary. Ranjit looking as confident as ever.
Yes, Ranjit showing here that it's not just about the aerial shots. He has some deft touch to his game. Just guided that through the gap. Just raced away to the boundary.
Ranjit is actually striking here at 200. And he's done that with absolute ease.
Yes, and he's doing this while batting with just one leg. Another ball outside off, and Ranjit misses out on that. Again, Ranjit is striking at 200, and no other batsman today has really gotten off to such a good start. He's making this pitch look very, very easy to bat on.
End of the fourth over, 47 for no loss, Conquerors. We said that the Knights do need to change something. Captain Sumant is here.
Ken Sumant is a bowler who can move the ball both ways. It'll be good to see if he can trouble these batsmen. The Conquerors team looking very confident here.
Sumant will obviously be looking to stop the free flow of runs that the Conquerors have had so far.
Here's Jayavelu facing up to Sumant. Short ball and pulled away by Jayavelu for 4.
Picks up a boundary. Not a great start by Sumant. On the shorter side, we know how strong Jayavelu is on the leg side. Fantastic pull right off the middle of the bat to the square leg boundary. And if the Knights were afraid of one batsman striking at 200, here's another one catching up.
Both these batsmen have been timing the ball so well and pouncing on anything that's even fractionally short. Been putting it away to the boundary. Here's Sumant bowling
50
his
up for the Conquerors, by the way, in 4.1.
Oh, wide outside off, and that's called a wide, big wide. Keeper had to dive across to save that. The Knights are really looking shaky here.
I think one of the challenges is that it's quite difficult to have spinners bowling in the power play for the Knights when these two batsmen are in there, so they've had to stick with medium pacers. They do have quality spinners like Abhi and Dinesh, but very difficult because the margin of error in the power play would be very small for them.
Again, Jayavelu just takes that from outside off and plays that down to deep mid wicket.
Jay is the kind of batsman who's strong all along the ground. All over the ground, sorry.
And that's why he's called JB de Villiers.
Ranjit goes over covers this time. Dinesh running after the ball. Makes a fantastic stop at the boundary. He's definitely saved 2 runs there. Great fielding effort by Dinesh.
Again, Dinesh has been standing out as a terrific fielder. Saved a couple of runs while in the field, and now again running all the way down to the long off boundary to slide and stop that from going for a 4.
On the pads again, in the air, and dropped a deep square leg. Not a very easy chance, but in the circumstances, you've got to take these catches.
Yes, definitely.
One of the better fielders in the team, Gopi. So I think rest assured, you know it is going to be a tough chance.
And Ranjit flicked that away and just went flat to Gopi, who got the ball really low down by his ankles and unfortunately spilled that for the Knights. That would have been a vital breakthrough for the Knights and would have stopped the flow of runs for a bit.
Smartly played by Jay. Single again, keeping the scoreboard moving. This might even be the first 50 partnership of this HSL.
Great batting by these two. They've been not only hitting their big shots, they've also been playing some of these deft touches. And they've made this wicket look pretty easy here today. And like Mukund mentioned, this is the first 50 partnership of the HSL, and this opening pair for Conquerors making it look very easy. That's a full toss, called a no ball, and Ranjit just guides it over point.
And
Close.
he gets the second, even with that injury of his. I think part of him really wants to face that free hit.
I think he's been treating every ball as a free hit this innings.
Free hit for Ranjit. It's a good slow one there from Sumant.
And this could be something that the Knights could go for. Ranjit has been struggling with his hamstring. Maybe it's time to slow things up a bit.
We're seeing a third over from Sunny. I did think he started off his previous over pretty well, so more of the same would definitely be useful for the Knights right now.
Yes, the margin for error to these batsmen looks very small. Anything loose and these batsmen are absolutely just whacking it to the boundary. Here goes Sunny with the first ball of his third over. Bowling to Jay. Shot, and again just whacked away behind square leg by Jay, and that's just all along the ground to the boundary.
Slightly on the shorter side from Sunny this time. Allowed Jay to maneuver and play the ball behind square on the leg side.
Jay has been nailing these pull flick shots, sometimes even pulling them from outside off stump. The Knights bowlers haven't really helped themselves by bowling on his pads quite a few times. And here's Sunny with the second ball of his third over. Another short ball, and
wonderful shot. Jay doesn't even bother running. Fantastic shot behind point again. Time to perfection. Picks up another boundary.
The Conqueror openers are going at 12 runs per over here. They're making this chase look very, very easy.
This is definitely a combination of Knights being slightly wayward in their line and length, but at the same time, the Conquerors batsmen capitalizing on it. Driven down, stopped at the covers. Confident shot again there by Jay.
Yes, both batsmen looking very confident here. And I do think the aggressive intent of these Conquerors batsmen has gotten in to the minds of the Knights bowlers, and that's definitely showing with the inconsistent lines and lengths that they've been bowling throughout this innings. Another wide outside off. And Jaivelu's still stretching out to hit that for 4. He doesn't want to leave any runs out there on the field.
Played off his pads again. Finds the fielder at square leg. No run this time.
Good stop. Jaivelu will definitely be disappointed to not put that away to the boundary. He's been hitting everything for 4. And Conquerors.
Good ball there from Sunny outside the off stump.
Very often it looks like these openers have been toying around with the bowlers. They've been walking down at them, playing balls from outside off, been hitting them to the leg side. Some deft touches between point and gully for 4s. They're making batting look very easy right now.
Sensibly played down to the third man boundary for a single.
Yes, Knights have definitely plugged that gap. They've seen that these players are using the pace that they have on offer to guide the ball through that gap. Be interesting to see if Sumant changes things up now that the power play is done.
At the end of the power play, the Conquerors are 70 for no loss. Absolutely coasting.
They need 62 from 14 overs, but I don't think they'll be needing all those 14 overs. This looks like we're in for an early close today.
Quite surprised not to see any spin so far. Knights sticking to bowling medium pacers right now.
Yes, that's true. I think in the first innings, we saw that the Conquerors spinners really pulled them back. Moog bowled really well, and he pulled things back when Amit and Adi were coasting. Here's Sumo with the first ball of his second over. Another full ball. Oh, and Jaivelu's edged that
Jaivelu's been
to the
given
keeper, but it looks like the keeper has dropped that ball.
little bit of confusion. Umpire's been given out.
Umpire gave that out, but looks like Amit Warambe spilled that catch. That's really harsh, yeah.
Driven through the covers beautifully by Jay. They will pick up another couple here.
Both these batsmen have been using the pace on offer to place this ball through the gaps and hitting it over the infield. These have been very safe shots. They're making very good use of the pace that the Knights bowlers have offered.
Yeah, I think Sid's absolutely right. The Conquerors haven't done anything too fancy, just put away the bad balls and kept the scoreboard ticking. And yeah, they look nailed on for a victory here.
Here's someone to Jay. Jay picks that up from outside off and flicks that over mid-wicket down to the deep mid-wicket boundary for a single.
Both these batsmen have some great hand-eye coordination and making swing bowling look very simple.
These two have been making this pitch look extremely easy to bat on. Here's Sumant with the next ball of his over to Ranjit. Oh, looks like that
Chipped
was
in
slow
the
one,
air.
chipped in the air.
But will land safely. Comfortable single again for the Conquerors.
I think that was probably one of the first times that Ranjit mistimed the ball. Luck good for him though this time. Didn't carry in to the deep. Just chipped that away for a single. Again, pace off has induced some false shots. Yeah. Here's Sumo bowling to Jevelu. Again, on pace delivery, on the pads, and Jevelu just puts that away with ease. Brilliant shot for 4.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake you can do to these two batsmen is give them more deliveries on the pads. They are going to punish you more often than not. Things not really going Knights' way today.
Both batsmen are into their 30s here. Will we get a twin 50 from the openers of the Conquerors? Here's someone with the next ball. Slow one on the pads though.
Picked up quite easily there by Jay. Again behind square, another boundary. This is Jay showing his abilities of hitting all around the ground. 7 overs, 82 for no loss, Conquerors. Dinesh Gopi into the attack, seeing spin for the first time this innings. Dinesh, of course, fantastic bowler. It'll be interesting to see Dinesh and Ranjit match up.
Yes, a clear change of tactics from the Knights captain, bringing on spin for the first time. Again, these two are big hitters.
I don't really see Conquerors changing their approach here, even with spin coming in. Both batsmen will be looking to attack, get chase down this target as soon as possible. First ball from Dinesh slides down the leg side slightly, called a wide.
Dinesh has his 5 fielders out. He has a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a sweeper cover.
Swept off middle stump behind square. Ranjit will pick up another boundary. Great batting here. Sensed that there was no fielder there behind square. Picked up the ball from middle stump with ease. And this is the kind of batting you see when there are two set batsmen going at it quite comfortably.
I mean, that was a tremendous shot. Not too much wrong with that delivery other than maybe being a fraction short, but just pick that from outside off and just put that away behind square leg for 4. Flighted delivery outside off. Again, defended away for a single. Good running by these two batsmen.
Very, very close there. Almost played on. Will pick up a single. Jay trying to guide that ball down to short third man. Ball slightly fuller with the turn, takes the inside edge, but just misses the stumps.
Again, pace off the ball has been inducing some false shots from these batsmen. I think a wicket right now would be key to peg things back.
Driven through the covers again from Ranjit. Great shot. Ball races to the boundary like a tracer bullet.
Again, he just played that off of one leg. His hamstring really giving him trouble here. But doesn't look like it's affecting his batting that much. He just races on to 41.
I think the Conquerors will be delighted with this overall performance. Bunch of bowlers getting to bowled well as a group. Their opening batsmen both batting on 40, chasing down the target pretty easily. Couldn't have asked for a better game so far.
Wide outside off. And again, outside the wide line, given a wide by the umpire. It does look very difficult to bowl to these batsmen who are playing really well on both sides of the wickets. Here's Dinesh, guided away down to short third man. Ranjit limping over for a single.
Cut down again to backward point from Jay. No run this ball.
I think this looks more like a competition of who will get to their 50 first. Will it be Ranjit or Jayvelu? Doesn't look like. I think this chase is done, but who's going to get to their 50 first?
95 for no loss after 8 overs. Conquerors. The Conquerors team, they're looking very happy with their team's performance so far.
Yeah, both these batsmen have been aggressive from ball one and it's been paying off.
We're going to see Akshay into the attack. Again, a very good bowler. Slightly slingy action, very hard to put away.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see. Akshay bowls good Yorkers with his slingy action. It'll be good to see if he can pick up a wicket here and maybe get the Knights back onto a comeback road. Here's Akshay with his first ball to Ranjit, who just places that between gully and point, and he'll just settle down for a single here. I think Jayvelu wants to strike so that he can take over the hitting for a while. Here's Akshay with his second ball to Jayvelu. Shot outside off. Jay stretches out for that one. Would have been a wide if he had left that alone. But Jayvelu is hungry for his runs, looking for it in every way that it comes. Here's Akshay with his third ball to Jayvelu. Again, full and straight onto the stumps, driven away by Jay. This has been some tight bowling from Akshay this over. I think anytime these batsmen don't hit boundaries, it is a plus for these bowlers. Akshay to J, slow one outside off, hit away to point. This has been a very good over from Akshay so far. He's been using change of pace, using his variations. It's been very effective so far to these batsmen.
I think something like this is what we would have maybe liked to see more in the power play. Get the batsman thinking a little bit, which might have had a different outcome. Slightly wider, and Jay cuts it through point. Ball racing away to the boundary.
And with that boundary, the Conquerors bring up their 100. And this has come off just 8.4 overs. These two batsmen have just blazed off in this chase.
Both batsmen on 43 will be looking to get half centuries here.
Here's Akshay to Jay. Goes aerial this time, over point. And that's racing way down to the boundary. Will be stopped for 2 runs for Jay.
I think both these batsmen have really capitalized on the width offered to them and the balls on the pads. Great batting performance by them so far.
Both batsmen in their 40s now. I think they'll try to finish this chase off quickly within the next few overs, in addition to getting their 50s. And these two have not only brought up the first 50 partnership of HSL 2024, but they've also put together the first 100 partnership, which has come off just 52 balls here.
And additionally, we'll also be looking to get the first half centuries of HSL 2024. Change in bowling. We're seeing Abhilash coming into the attack, left arm spinner.
Again, this is the captain's effort to slow the pace of the bowling here, to see if he can pick up some wickets and maybe stop one of these batsmen from reaching their 50, if not both. And here's Abhilash with his first ball. Slow, short, outside off, left alone by Jay. Ranjit.
Trying something cheeky there. LBW appeal, but looks to have had an inside edge. I think at this point, both these batsmen deserve to try something interesting for the wonderful batting display they've shown so far.
Yeah, I think both these batsmen are just showing off now with their wide array of strokes. Another one, wide down the leg side. Ranjit missing out on that. Again, both these batsmen been playing some tremendous shots, orthodox and unorthodox shots. It's been very, very effective for the Conquerors so far. Here's Abhilash bowling to Ranjit. Converts that to a full toss. Just drives
Through
that
the
all
covers.
along the ground through the
Should
covers.
get two here, and they do get two. Good fielding effort there.
Again, the timing and the placement has been spot on from these two batsmen. All of these shots have been timed beautifully along the ground.
Another wide there from Abhilash. Obviously, Ranjit's slightly unorthodox shots playing a part in his bowling.
Again, both these batsmen looks like they've come out with clear instructions, make the opposition bowlers feel uncomfortable, and the score definitely shows. Here's Abhilash bowling to Ranjit. Full toss, just easily flicked away. That's down to deep square leg for a single.
That looks like it's gone off the bat. Great improvisation there by Jay. They will collect a couple, waiting for the umpire's signal, but looks like it is bad. Great shot there again by Jay. We've seen the shot multiple times before. Again showing that he can play all around the ground.
These batsmen are not only competing for their 50s, but to see who can play the better, flashy looking stroke. Oh,
And he's been cleaned up. Knights do get their first wicket. Jay has to depart after a fantastic 47. He would have loved to be there to finish the game and get his personal milestone, but he has to go. But I'm sure the Conquerors will be very, very happy with this opening partnership.
very unfortunate here for Jai Velu. He's looking excellent here. Very unfortunate to get out. He would have loved to get to his 50, but he has taken his team to a great position here.
Getting a round of applause from his Conquerors teammates, and he definitely deserves it. Great innings. I think a good ball there by Abhilash as well. The ball came in, went through the gap. I think it was a good length. Slightly stuck onto the wicket a little longer, drawing Jay into the drive and going through the gate. It's a good ball there by Abhilash.
Yes, great bowling here. I think even though the spinners have been targeted by these two batsmen, they have held their lines, and again, good reward for Abhilash here.
Looks like we're having drinks. 10 overs. The Conquerors are at 109 for 1. Need 23 more in the next 10 overs. We're back after drinks. 9, the new batsman in. After Abhilash dismissed Jayvelu for 47.
I think the Conquerors really putting out a statement to the other teams here that they are the defending champions and they are the team to beat here. I think the openers really took the captain's words and showed that out onto the field here. Akshay will continue here after the drinks break. He did bowl a decent over in his last over. Here's Akshay at the first ball after the break, bowling to Ranjit. He just hammers that down the ground to long off for a single. I think the chase is very fast becoming a formality here for Conquerors.
This would be a good opportunity for someone like Nayan who's playing his first HSL to sort of just get his eye in, play a few balls, middle the ball well, which will hold him in good stead for the games coming forward.
And here's Nayan facing his first ball from Akshay, taking his guard. Akshay runs in. Oh, that's a full ball outside off. Great bowling that from Akshay. Nayan misses out on that drive.
You could see the movement that Akshay generates when he bowls full. That ball did move quite a bit.
And with his slingy action makes it very difficult for a batsman to pick balls out of his hand. He's a very intelligent bowler, Akshay. He is bowling to Nayan. Another ball outside off. And missed by Nayan here. Great bowling from Akshay. I think he is very relieved that he's not bowling to the big hitters. Yeah, he's getting into a good rhythm, Akshay.
A slip in place now for Akshay. Good shot there by Nayan, driven down. Won't get a run, but it's a confident looking shot.
And Akshay bowling really well here, keeping the new batsman on strike, putting him under pressure here. Nayan will be itching to get off strike, get his first runs of the day. Again, Akshay bringing in a fielder here to stop the single. Slow one outside off, and Nayan misses that. This is great thinking from Akshay. Very, very intelligent bowling from Akshay in this over.
You do notice with the slingy action that he has that the slow one does not bounce up at all, which makes it even more difficult for the batsman to put it away.
Here's Akshay bowling to Nayan. Again, outside off, short, and Nayan puts that away through point. Going down to the boundary, cut off, and that'll be 2 runs to Nayan. Gets off the mark.
Good over there from Akshay. Knights still showing a good account of themselves. $20 more to get for the Conquerors in 9 overs.
Abhilash back in for his second over. bowled a good first over, got the wicket of the set batsman Jay Velu for 47. Here's Abhilash bowling to Ranjit. Full delivery, outside off, neatly driven away.
Will get the
to
single.
cover single.
I think it makes sense for someone like Ranjit with not being fully fit to, just finish this target without much of a fuss.
Here's Abhilash bowling to Nayan. Flighted delivery, gets an inside edge through fine leg. Akshay gives chase, and they'll settle for a single. Abhilash bowling to Ranjit. Ranjit goes for a switch hit, and he's out. Given out LBW here.
The batsman will have a chat. It does look like they're not going to review. Ranjit has to go again, missing out on the half century.
Again, congratulated by all the Knights players here for that tremendous knock. Great sportsmanship shown by the Knights.
Both the opening batsmen have played amazingly well, did deserve personal milestones, but I think end of the day they will be happy with the start that they gave the Conquerors. Truly dominating. 100-run partnership. Couldn't have asked for more. And we have Rama sir coming in.
Yes, we have Ramasar coming in.
Back to the HSL after a 1-year hiatus. I think the Knights can take a lot of positives from Abhilash's bowling performance today. 1.3 overs, 2 for 9. Bowled really well in an otherwise disappointing bowling performance.
Yes, Abhilash has been varying his pace and lines and length really well on this wicket. Again, full defended by Ramasar.
Huge
Huge
appeal.
appeal.
Given not out. The bowler is absolutely confident. Looks like the Knights have gone for a review. Abhilash looks supremely confident about this. Just as we were talking about good bowling performance from Abhilash, he could be here in line for another wicket. There is a review in progress for LBW. Oh, it looks like he has been given out, and unfortunately Ramasa has to go.
looks pretty adjacent to the wicket. I'm suggesting that he got some bat on that.
We have Rohit Ranga in, the new batsman. Interesting to see how a left-hander will tackle Abhilash.
We have Abhilash on a hat-trick here. Is there going to be a twist in the tail? Abhilash with his hat-trick ball, flighted. And that's a wide. So
Still has an opportunity to get a hat-trick here.
here's Abhilash with a hat-trick ball, flighted. Oh,
Very, very close.
great bowling this by Abhilash. He's been a standout bowler for the Knights. Another great delivery from
Beautiful
Abhilash.
bowling there. Beaten all ends up. Think got to see a little bit of drift on that ball as well. Batsman hanging on the back foot, couldn't really negotiate it. At the end of 12 overs, the Conquerors now 115 for 3.
This has been a terrific spell from Abhilash here. He's been varying his pace really well. And the Conquerors batsmen have had trouble putting him away. We're going to have another bowling change here, looks like.
Looks like Dinesh back into the attack. The Conquerors here will look to chase down the remainder of this target without any hiccups. Short ball, great shot by Nayan, pulls him to the mid-wicket boundary.
Again, another short ball here from Dinesh. That was a great shot from Nayan. All the Conquerors batsmen showing intent here. They really want to get this done very quickly. Here's Dinesh to 9. Outside off, misses out. And that will be wide.
It's actually a late call from the umpire there, but seems to be the right call.
Here's Dinesh to 9. Another short ball and stroked away to deep covers for a single. This is smart batting from 9, making full use of the time that he has out in the middle to get some confidence in.
I think smart move by the Knights as well to get in the off spinner with the left-hander there. They will look to go for more wickets.
Here's Dinesh, flighted delivery, again defended down. Here's Dinesh bowling to Ranga, flighted
Ranga
delivery.
goes down the ground. It's a great shot right over the bowler. Great stop there in the outfield. Looks like it's been called a 4. Great effort in the outfield there.
Great commitment from the captain Sumant there. Try and stop that from going for 4.
Good shot there by Rohit. Read the flight well. Went safe over the bowler's head. Great shot.
Another flighted delivery down the leg side.
Wide, and they'll get a...
Ranga wants to get back on strike though. That'll be 2 runs there. added to the score.
5 more to win for the Conquerors. Looks like they had this in the bag. Another wide there from Dinesh. Very uncharacteristic of him. Poor bowling. And they will get an additional 2.
The bowling from the Knights has definitely been sloppy. I think Abhilash has been the standout performer here. Can they finish it off in this ball? Conquerors gets an outside edge and straight to gully. No run. Here's Dinesh to 9. Outside off, and that'll be called a wide.
Scores level. Conquerors just need 1 more to win. And they'll be very happy with how they've dominated today.
Misses out on that.
An appeal there from the wicketkeeper. He seems interested. The umpires are not having it. Gopi into the attack here. Very interesting bowling action. Is able to generate a lot of pace with very minimal run up. That's another wide, and that seals the win for the Conquerors. Very, very dominating performance. The Conquerors will be very happy and very proud of that.
Again, they get that win with 7 overs to spare. They win by 7 wickets. I think this has been a dominating performance by the Conquerors, set up by the explosive openers. I think they've really made a statement to the other teams that they are the defending champions.
We'll be back tomorrow morning with Raiders versus Knights.
Thank you and good night.